Hey everybody, we are down here in Tucson for the EK Endurance Coaching Tucson Training Camp. Weather's great, 70s and sunny, and I've already got tan lines and mild sunburns and whatnot. So I've just got a little bit of time here to myself. Our other cameras are not working, another, so I'll try to keep the updates coming as much as possible. But we've got a good group of people down here. We've got some people just training for 5 days. We've got some people doing bike race sets down here. Some people haven't done a lot of bike racing, others have. So it's really exciting. Got other people doing a lot of good work down here. The riding down here is great. So one of the things that we want to do is, or that I'm decided to do is, we're going to do a little update, little tip, training camp tip each day. So it's going to be whether you do a training camp like this or whether you do a little mini 3-day camp at home because you know the weather's going to be good, so you take half-day Friday from work or something. Whatever you decide to do, whatever kind of training camp that you want to do, there's a lot of good tips to maximize your time and to get the most out of it. So my first one for today is feel your own perceived exertion. It should be a tool, it should be a weapon that you know how to use, not something that constantly tricks you. Okay, everyone's got these fancy heart rate monitors and power meters and all this data, and my normalized cadence was this, and my normalized climbing power was that, and all that stuff is great, but it's got to be used correctly. And everybody, I think one of the things that people miss a lot is they fail to recognize how they feel when they're doing certain efforts like that, and they're not getting the most out of their training, particularly with a training camp like this. When you start packing on day after day after day, and you really start getting that fatigue building up. You really got to learn how to feel what you can do and what you can't do. And there's nothing better than listening to your body, not going too hard on a particular day, especially in the beginning, and just getting the most out of your training experience day after day. On day 5, watts that I did today in a 7-minute prologue or 8-minute prologue are not going to be what I'm going to be able to do on day 5. So go by feel, learn to use all of your tools that you have to your benefit. I was telling a couple of clients this last week. A power meter is a tool that you use, so don't let it use you. You have to use it. Hey, don't get hung up on this. I've talked about this tons of times. Really try to find that training camp sweet spot of where you're getting really good training on the day, pushing yourself hard, but yet you can get up again the next day and do it again, and go out again. More training the next day. I don't care what you do on a given day. One of the guys at camp came back and said, "Oh, I did my normalized power for 30 minutes with this," and I was like, "Great, I want to see what you do at the end of camp total all 5 days. That's what I want to see." So remember, training's a cumulative thing. It's not because you did one great workout, it doesn't make you really any stronger, although it's great. It's the cumulative effect. And I've talked about this before. I've talked about using feel in the EK Endurance Coaching blog before, so check it out. There's an article up there pretty recently called Group Rides, sweet spot of group rides. It talks about, and it's for cyclists or triathletes, it applies to both people, what kind of a group ride is too hard, and what should you be looking for when you go to a group ride. What are you trying to get out of it? What are you trying to not get out of it? So that's also a good read. It's on EK Endurance Coaching blog, so go check that out whenever you have some free time. And stay tuned. Thanks for checking in. We're having a great time down here. Weather's awesome, and everyone's having a great time. So we are off to dinner. Quick shower here, and then we're all going to head out. So catch up with you soon. Thanks for checking in.